What's up, guys? It's Randy from the Too Heavy Wrestling Podcast coming at you with another episode of the 30 Days of WrestleMania series. In today's episode, we're going to be talking about a match that doesn't really get talked about all that much, but it's honestly one of my favorite matches, and that's why we're going to be talking about today, and that is Shawn Michaels versus Chris Jericho at WrestleMania 19. Now, there was actually quite a bit of build-up to this match. Shawn Michaels, at the time, had just lost the World Heavyweight Championship back to Triple H at the Armageddon pay-per-view, and then he was a guest on Chris Jericho's highlight reel. And Chris Jericho talked about how Shawn Michaels was washed up and how he used to idolize him as a kid and all that cool stuff. And it's one of those classic, meet your heroes kind of situations, and past meets present a little bit, not to really say that at the time Shawn Michaels was the past, but it was certainly presented that way with the way that Jericho talked about watching him as a kid. So with this match, the feud actually started not just with the highlight reel stuff, but actually the Royal Rumble that year. Shawn Michaels comes out at number 1. Chris Jericho comes out at number 2. Jericho attacks Michaels from behind and eliminates him. Later on in the match, Shawn Michaels does a run-in. He's already been eliminated, but he comes out just to attack Jericho and make sure that he gets eliminated as well. So they kind of made sure neither of them was going to win the Rumble. So after this, they agreed to have a WrestleMania match, and it was largely built on kind of feud, but kind of respect match. But also, I'm going to fight my hero from Chris Jericho's side. Shawn kind of had something to prove, but he was also just the champion. So there was just a lot of stuff going on with the story. But ultimately, Shawn Michaels does end up winning this match. And by the way, take the time to go watch this match because it's very technical. If that's what you're into, this is definitely one of the matches that you should be looking at. But after the match, it was because, like I said, they were feuding a little bit. Neither was really a face or a heel. Jericho was a little bit more heelish. Shawn was a little bit more face-ish. But ultimately, after the match, when they were shaking hands, Jericho just gave Shawn a huge low blow right in the middle of the ring. A very huge sign of disrespect during a handshake. And there wasn't really too much fallout from this. They didn't really feud for too much longer after this. And then they all both kind of split off in their own separate ways. But like I said, take the time to go back and watch this match at WrestleMania 19. And also make sure you take the time to go back and watch some of the other episodes in this series. But until the next episode, guys, I really appreciate you watching. Thanks for hanging out with us.